Good morning, Pio Pico Palomas. Good morning. I'm Dr. Lupe Gomez, the principal of the school site. I'm so excited to be with you here this morning. And with us, I have a special surprise. It's a fifth grader from Mr. Liebman's class. It's Sebastian Lopez. Sebastian Lopez, can you say hi to our friends?
Hello.
We are so excited to have him here. You have to stay tuned because you have to hear his student report. It's going to be awesome. Better watch it. Okay, so what do we have this morning? We're going to be talking. Listen, I know I've been gone for a while, and in the meantime, we did not celebrate everybody's birthday. But I think everybody's birthday is special because you are so special. So we're going to be breaking it up every week. We're going to catch up to make sure that we do everybody's birthday. So everybody here at Pio Pico gets recognized for their birthday. And so our November birthdays are going to be this month. We're going to finish them off because we did some November birthdays, but not all of them. So we'll finish them up this week. And then we'll do most of our February birthdays today. So that'll be exciting to say happy birthday to you guys. We're going to talk about how our palomas act and speak in safe ways. And Sebastian's going to help me to figure out what that means and how that looks like. We're going to talk about our next scholarly attribute, which is going to be setting short and long-term goals. And then, of course, the student report, which I'm so excited for. So let's get started. So happy birthday, November babies. I'm so happy for happy birthday or happy late birthday, Seda and Marlene and Ivan. And oh my goodness, my little one, Sophia, happy birthday. And Imer, happy birthday. Jesus, Magali, Margarita. Let's see, Magali and Margarita. Are you guys twins? Look at that. Yay, happy birthday, maybe. And then Juliet and Hannah. Is that another set of twins there? Maybe, maybe not. Lucy and Allison. And who else do we have, Sebastian?
We have Jane, we have Nicholas, we have Kenya, we have Roy, we have Derek, we have Rebecca, and we have Alexander, we have Layla, Alexis, Genesis, Guido, and Miguel.
Yay! Look at all you November babies.
Yeah, so happy late birthday to all of you guys.
Yes. Okay, that is so awesome. And then, of course, we have late birthdays in February. Who do we have, Sebastian?
We have Alexandra. Happy late birthday. We have Jason. Happy late birthday, Jason. We have Annalisa. Happy birthday, Annalisa. We have April. Happy birthday, April. Valentine. Happy birthday, Valentine. Jocelyn. Happy birthday, Jocelyn. Haiti. Happy birthday, Haiti. Louis Joel. Happy birthday. Belarus. Happy birthday. Isabella. Happy birthday. And Mattel. Happy birthday.
Yay! So happy late birthdays to all of you. I don't know if you guys still have some cake, but if you do, I'm probably going to want a slice of that. But then this week we have new birthdays, so upcoming birthdays. So we haven't missed the boat. So for the 22nd, Nicole, happy birthday. And Judah's happy birthday. And Valeria, and Robert, and Marta, and Nicolas. Happy birthday to all of you. I'm so excited for you. And we wish you from the Pio Pico family a very happy birthday to our brightest students. That you keep shining. Okay, so I'm excited from my little birthday celebrations, but now we're going to talk about how our palomas act and speak in safe ways. And so, Sebastian, how do we act in safe ways?
Safe actions. Keep everyone's bodies from being hurt. When we act in the safe ways, we keep our hands to ourselves and don't use them to touch others in hurtful ways.
Yeah, that's going to be very important. Another action that's going to be really important at this time that's going to keep all of us safe is to follow the safety guidelines that are being given to you, right? If you go out in public, you have to remember to wear your mask. You have to remember to keep physical distance. You're going to be starting to notice that there's going to be places where people are going to say, You can only stand here, right, in order to keep for that physical distance of people. So just remember, act in a safe way, because it's going to keep all of us from being hurt. And that's really what we want to do. We don't want anybody to get hurt. And that's what we ask you, to act in safe ways. Sebastian, how is it that we can speak in safe ways?
When we use safe words, we make sure nobody's feelings are hurt. Safe words are kind and respectful.
That is so true. I never really thought about words being a way that I can act safe. And that's true. I can hurt other people with my words. And if I can remember to use kind and respectful words, it'll really help me to make sure that everyone is safe, including myself. And so this week, I want you to start thinking about how you can act and speak in ways that are safe in your classroom. And I know that you're through Zoom, but still in your classroom, how can you be safe, use safe words, and act in ways that are safe, right? And then also in your home, right, with your brothers and sisters, with your mom and your dad, how can you act and speak in ways that are safe? And then out in public, remember that when you're out in public, people will think about, what school did these children go to? And I'm hoping that you're showing how we act and speak in safe ways, so that you can be very proud when you say, I'm a Pio Pico Paloma. And then everybody in the community is going to say, wow, what great scholars Pio Pico has. So it's important to act and speak in safe ways, not only in our school, but in every location that we're at. Remember, people are looking to see how you're acting and speaking, and they will make judgments based on that. And so I want them to have positive judgments, because I know how amazing all of you are. So thank you very much for that. Sebastian, do you have any closing thought for us?
Yes, our school is a welcoming place where everyone can learn when we are respectful, responsible, and safe.
That's the bottom line, right? We want to make sure that our environment is a place where we can learn, and we know that these things make it better for everyone to learn. We've been talking in the last couple of weeks about how palomas are scholars and what are the attributes or traits, characteristics, right, that our palomas show. And so we've talked a little bit about tools, which meant coming prepared to school, right, and being ready to engage in the learning. Today we're going to talk a little bit, or we're actually going to take a deeper look about what does this goals mean and what does that look like. So let's begin the conversation. So our palomas set both short-term and long-term goals for themselves. So your teacher may have short and long-term goals for you, but the teacher shouldn't be making the goals for you. You should take ownership of your learning, and you're the one that needs to make these goals for yourself, right? And the goal that we're going to remember when you see this icon of goals, what I want you to remember is, okay, so I'm going to set short and long-term goals. What are those goals? And so why is this important? Well, it's important for a lot of reasons, right? When you set effective goals, it teaches you how to be organized. It teaches you to plan. It teaches you how to manage your time. Because sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, but you feel like, oh my God, I have so much to do. What do I do first? Well, when you have these goals, then you're able to prioritize what's most important, and then you'll be able that you can make your time schedule work a little bit better, right? And then these skills are all skills that you can use in your classroom, you can use them at home, and you're going to be able, most importantly, is to use them in life so that you can be more successful. It also increases motivation and confidence. If the big picture seems too overwhelming for you, when you think about like, oh my God, I want to be a space engineer, right? And I'm saying that because you might have a space engineer in the house, Sebastian, right? So if Sebastian says, I want to be a space engineer, that means like a daunting task. How do I accomplish that, right? So if he breaks it down into little short goals, right, he'll be able to achieve that long-term goal, right? If it seems too overwhelming, just break the bigger goal into shorter goals. This separates the long-term goals into smaller ones. It makes it more manageable for the steps so you don't get discouraged and quit. Because the biggest thing is, for New Year's Eve, most people write some goals, but the goals are so lofty, right, that most people give up on their goals. But if instead of making a goal for the whole year, what if they just make a goal for a week? And this week, I'm going to go outside and walk one day a week, right? Oftentimes what we try to do, and I'm going to use losing weight. You guys don't know anything about that because you're so young. But oftentimes people say, I'm going to lose weight. and they say, I'm going to eat healthy 7 days a week, and I'm going to work out for an hour every single day. And then life hits us, and it's too difficult to do all those things. But if we just change one thing a week, right, we will get closer to our goal. We won't give up, and we will have more success. And that's what I want for our palomas to be able to experience, is that success. So we do need those short-term goals along with those long-term goals. Setting goals makes it easier for you to track your progress. You can check off, boom, I did that, and then be proud of it and celebrate those small wins. Seeing how much you have grown and how much is left to do motivates you to continue working towards and achieving your goals. You don't know how satisfying, or maybe you do because you've experienced it, how satisfying it is to check off something that you've completed and done. And then you can say, yes, I did that, whether it was 1 week of a goal, but now you're motivated to continue and keep on winning, right? We want to collect all those little small wins, so in the end, we can have a bigger win. Setting goals also determines a clear pathway to success. It allows you to focus on what needs to get done and encourages you to spend time on activities that contribute to your goals, right? So if you say, I want to become a better reader, and you say, one of my goals to become a better reader is that I'm going to read every day for 30 minutes, right? That's a pretty lofty goal. And you have the option of saying, do I work on my goal today and I read for 30 minutes, or do I go into Roblox? Well, is Roblox reading, right? And then you say, well, no, let me get this done. Because once you get done with those 30 minutes of reading and you check that off, you're gonna be, yes, I'm done. And guess what? Bring on the Roblox or whatever else it is that you enjoy doing with your friends. And you're gonna feel comfortable doing it. What's gonna happen to you is you're gonna be doing Roblox, and in the back of your head, you're gonna be thinking, oh man, I still gotta read for 30 minutes, or I haven't done my homework. Oh man, Mr. Levin's gonna be on me, right? Or Mrs. Sorelli's gonna tell me, like, where's your homework? Like, I'm not gonna be prepared. And you're thinking this while you're playing, and you can't fully enjoy your game. But if instead you get the work done, you complete your goal, then you're free, and it's like this weight is lifted off of you. You can focus on your friends and totally enjoy the moment. So please make sure that you're setting your goals. And then also, you may seem like, dude, I don't want to do my homework though, right? I'd rather do something else. If you seem uninterested in a certain subject, just set a small goal to work towards it. Just a really small goal. And every day you get closer to completing the bigger task, or you get to actually loving it. And maybe why you're so uninterested in something is just because the task is difficult. But if we break it down into smaller tasks, then it makes it more manageable and it makes it more doable. And remember that if you have a difficult time with anything, subject, your homework, don't wait until the last minute, but reach out to your teachers. We're here to support you, and we want to make sure that we wrap you with support. So we're here for you, but we need you to show up. So you're going to show up prepared to school, right? Ready to engage, and you're going to make sure that you're setting these short-term and long-term goals, especially now that we're at the end of our second trimester, and today is the first day of our third trimester, which is the final trimester of the school year, right? And so I'm not sure, I'm hoping that my students have been developing short-term and long-term goals, but today I want to do a special congratulations for some of our palomas, not all of our palomas, just the palomas in third, fourth, and fifth grade who have demonstrated growth. Now, you guys took a test that was really, really hard, and I cannot imagine what you went through, right? With their internet connectivity, siblings in the background, right? Parents trying to continue with their day, right? You don't have the space and the time that you normally have when you were here in the classroom, where you could fully engage and focus in the classwork. So for all the parents, thank you for helping out the students during testing week. I know that it is so difficult because there's so many things happening in our homes, but thank you for supporting our palomas. And I know how hard this assessment was for some of you. And some of you probably are thinking, I probably didn't do my best because I didn't have the optimal testing situation. And we totally understand that we will continue to work with you to help you demonstrate your learning when we take these tests. But at the end of this test, you get a score, and that score is called the RIT score, right? It's RIT score. And every student, when you took the test in the fall, you have a projection of how many points you should grow the next time you take the test. Sometimes it's 5 points or 10 points or 15. Sometimes if you're in fourth and fifth grade, it's about 3-4 points, because the higher up you are, the harder it is for you to show growth, right? And so what we want us to do is take a look at what that looks like, right? Who actually met that growth projection. And so we have a lot of stars. So if you see your name on the list, it means that you have met the growth projection for at least one assessment. And these students have taken 2 assessments. You took the test in English reading and you took the test in English math. So congratulations if your name is on this list. But I want you to notice also students who have a little asterisk by their name. And so I will call out your names because what you have done is you have shown growth not only in one assessment, but in the both assessments that you took. So you showed growth in reading and in math. Now, this does not mean that you're at grade level, right? This just means that you are growing, that when you come to school, you are engaged, you are prepared, right? And you are showing growth. In this one test, which is just one measure, you may be showing growth in different ways that your teacher is recording and is showing it will be showing your parents pretty soon. But this is just one assessment. So congratulations, Logan Espinosa, Martha Lopez, Sayer Reyes, Geraldine Benitez, Jesus de Jesus, Hector Guadarrama, Bianca Medina, Christian Pedro, Jonathan Vasquez, Angel de Mesa, Allison Figueroa, David Jimenez, Crystal Martinez, Melissa Martinez, David Baeza, Maya Boiso, Jonathan Delgado, Allison Herrera, and Jacqueline Manuel. So congratulations to all of you, but we're not done yet, right? Because now I have some 3rd and 4th grade students, and the rest of the students took 3 assessments. They took this test in Spanish reading because they're in the dual language program. They took the test in math, and either the test was in Spanish for math or it was in English for math. And then they took the test in English reading. And so if you see them with one little star, that means that they met the growth projection for 2 assessments. But if you see someone like Dulce Diaz who has 2 asterisks, that means that she met the goal projection for all 3 assessments that she took. So she grew in English reading, she grew in Spanish reading, and she grew in math. So congratulations, Ana Aguilar, Dulce Diaz, Damaris Casares, Caitlin Figueroa, Melanie Alvarez, Gabriela Franco, Jennifer Peñafiel, Sergio Penalosa, Jedali Vázquez, Joshua Aranda, Manuel Campuzano, Luis Joel Díaz, Shara Garcia, Saúl Jaimes, Brandon Jimenez, and we cannot forget the rest of our 4th and 5th graders, Gaela Ceves, Daniela Garcia, Joseph Gonzalez, Henry Mejia, Jaden Miller, Arturo Mendoza, Giovanni Morales, Alice Roman, Juliana Vivat. Congratulations, Melanie Arellano, Alexander Brito, Omar Dominguez, Gabriela Hernandez, Guadalupe Robles, Alexander Renteria, Melody Sandoval, Arlene Arellano, Rebecca Catalan, Jose Chavez, Natalie Flores, Moisés Laredo, Fernanda Ponce, Joanna Rivera, Jeffrey Ayala, Anaí Jimenez, Richard Ramirez, Shirlene Roman. So that's a lot of kiddos. And remember, if I didn't call your name, it's okay because we know you're showing growth in different ways. So hopefully this week in your classroom with your teacher, as we start the 3rd trimester, you take some time to set new goals, right? And you celebrate the wins that you have already had, okay? Whether it was, I came and I showed up to school every single day, right? Even when your connection was not good and they kicked you out, you kept coming back into class. So all those are great wins that I have no data for, but I know that you're doing every single day. And I am so proud of each and every one of our Palomas. I am like kind of coming to tears and I don't want to cry because it's too early in the morning, but thank you guys for going above and beyond. You have been amazing and we're hoping we can return in school soon. We miss all of you, your laughters and your screams and everything else that made our school such a vibrant place. And you're missing in our actual school facility, but we're so glad that we're still able to engage with you from a distance learning. So let's set our goals high and let's not stop until we get there. Remember, today is the start of the last trimester of the school year. Take time to review your work and set goals along with a plan of action that will help you reach your goals. I believe in you. Your teachers believe in you. Your parents and your family believes in you. We are all here to support you in achieving your goals. Okay, so let's get this done. And I'm so glad I kind of shed a little tear there and looking at Sebastian, and it puts a face into who our student population is. Sebastian is amazing. And I had an opportunity to speak to him for a couple of hours as we got ready for this presentation, and you're going to love his student report. So Sebastian, what do you have for us this week?
Good morning. My name is Sebastian Lopez, and I am a 5th grade student from Mr. Lehman's classroom. Last week, in Mr. Lehman's classroom, we continued the discussion about how technology impacts society. We learned about the Titanic and the Hindenburg and blimp and the rover Perseverance. Let me summarize what I learned. In 1912, the Titanic was the largest ship ever built, and people call it unsinkable. In April of 1912, the Titanic crashed into an iceberg and sank. Approximately 2,200 passengers and crew members were on board. About 1,500 people perished when the ship sank. Many of the passengers drowned or died from the freezing cold water. The Hindenburg blimp has been compared to the Titanic. It was built to fly across the world. It was the fastest flight at that time. In May and 1937, the landing of the Hindenburg was delayed, and as they tried to dock, they noticed flames around the surface of the blimp. People think that flames and how it started was a sabotage, and the fire was intentionally set. However, the blimp was built faulty, and it was burst into flames, and many people died. I am excited to learn about our previous technological feats and the mistakes from the past, because it helps us to improve upon our designs to create superior technology. Today, many cruise ships are way larger than the Titanic, and flight has been made very convenient. But this all technology from the past, I am very excited about, and now in the future of technology. For example, last week we saw the rover Perseverance land on Mars. When I watched the rover land, I saw how many people worked together to create the rover and make the land successfully. Many things could have been disastrous with the landing, but to watch it land successfully had me excited about the future of space exploration and what we can accomplish when we work together. In the future, I want to go explore Mars and see if life once existed there. Maybe one day we can make Mars a place where we can live. I see myself being a person in the NASA control room, or I can collaborating with other scientists to analyze the content of the samples the rover finds. I know I can make my dream come true if I create a plan to take small steps today to get me closer to my goal every year. You too can create a goal today and work hard to make it reality.
Thank you, Sebastian, for that presentation and for encouraging our Palomas to definitely make their goals a reality. And we start with our little ones. So please remember that TK and kindergarten registration is now open. So please make sure that you register your little ones. Tell your mom and dad and stuff. Registration is now open for TK and kindergarten. They can call us at 714-972-7500, or they can email Rocio Reyes, so rocio.reyes@sausd.us. I want to remind you guys, please work with your parents. Have them sit down and do this survey. If your parents have children in other schools, they will have to do one for every school because the experiences at every school is different. This one will be specific for Pio Pico, and it'll say Pio Pico. There will be some questions that ask about maybe about where there's violence at the school. Well, we have to talk about Pio Pico and not the community. Okay, so sometimes there may be some things that are experienced in the community, but they're not seen at Pio Pico. And so this is just what's happening inside of our school, not what's happening in the community. Okay, so please remember that when you're doing this survey. Here's the link to take that survey. So it's a bit.ly Pio Pico Parents Survey. If we get 350 parents to respond, we will have a virtual dance party whoop. So get ready with your dancing shoes and get ready to party, right? Because if we get 350, we'll get the party popping. But if we get 400 or more, right, we will give you at school, you have to pick up, we'll have a little baggie with stuff for you to party with us, like glow sticks and different things and stuff, right, to join the dance party. So the goal is 350, but 400, you get a prize. Everybody gets a prize. So this needs to be completed by February 28th. So come on, I'm ready to dance. I got my dancing shoes on and everything. Okay. So I also want to remind you that we do have Friendship Fridays that will start February 26th from 12:30 to 1. So every Friday, bring a friend and come join me as we just join each other's company, right? Maybe we won't do anything. Maybe all we'll do is talk. Maybe we'll play a little bit of music and stuff, share some stories. But that's all we're doing on those Fridays, giving you an opportunity to have a way to connect with your friends. And that brings us to the end of our very exciting Monday morning message. And then I know Sebastian has the final reminders for us.
All right, here comes the reminders. TKK Registration email rocio.reyes@sausd.us. And also take time to complete the parent survey. The school site council meeting is at February the 24th at 2:30 p.m. And also, Friendship Fridays begin at February the 26th at 12:30 p.m. Finally, Read Across America will be celebrated March 1st through March 5th.
Yay! And that completes our Monday morning message. Thank you, Sebastian, for taking your time to be with us this morning. And for everybody, let's have a great week of learning. Remember, we're going to set goals and we are going to come prepared to class with all our tools and all our materials ready to engage. And we're going to begin to start setting short and long-term goals because we can achieve anything. You have the village to support you. We just want to know what you're working towards, and we're here to help you with that. Okay, so everybody have a great week of learning. Adios, bye.
Bye. Adios.